Good morning, I'm Ashli Montgomery and welcome to Yoga with Momma Monty and welcome to September. It's September 1st and I'm very excited to be doing this yoga challenge. I haven't done one in a while. You'll hear me talk about throughout my yoga practice and you'll see me modify, but I had a knee replacement surgery 6 months ago and I'm very excited to be back on my mat and back to my yoga practice, and thank you for joining me and joining in this challenge. So today's posture is down dog and we are going to work our way into that, just a little bit of a warm up before we get started. So let's begin in a nice easy seated position. Whatever's comfortable for you. That can be lotus, that can be crisscross, that can be legs out in front of you, whatever feels best. I use this pillow to help support my new knee, but just feel that connection with the earth. You can kind of wiggle around, pick up your cheeks, whatever you need to do to connect your sits bone through your mat to the earth. Just taking some nice deep breaths here, pulling in your belly button towards your spine, feeling it stack on top of your tailbone, feeling your shoulders over your hips, your chest is open, your heart is leading you forward through your day, your chin is up, your gaze is forward, perhaps even closing your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths here, inhaling through your nose, holding that air up at the top as your lungs are inflated, and then exhaling on a nice big sigh. Let's do that again. Very good. This time let's inhale through the nose. Hold that air up at the top, closing the back of the throat like you're going to make an ocean sound. Let's exhale back through the nose. Again, inhale through the nose, inflating the belly, and then the chest, and then the lungs, and exhaling through the back of the throat, creating a little heat in our body here. One more nice inhale. Let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, rolling them down the spine. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, rolling them back, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening your chest. Last one here, inhale up. And exhale down. Very good. Meet me in a tabletop, or hands and knees. Our hands are directly under our shoulders. Palms are fingers are nice and wide. Palms have just a little bit of an air pocket underneath them. Fingertips are pushing into the mat to create that air pocket, and you'll even notice your fingernails are lighting up. They turn white because you're pushing so hard into the mat. Our knees are directly under our hips. Spine is nice and neutral. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Once you find your neutral spot, if you'd like to kind of shift around a little bit, find a little movement in your spine, maybe round it out, maybe move those shoulders around, whatever feels good to you today, opening up the hips a little bit. And then on our next inhale, let's lift our chest, lift our gaze, lift our back pockets, letting the belly button just relax and fall towards the earth, not pushing it into an arch, but just letting gravity do its thing. And then as we exhale, we're going to reverse out of that by rounding out the back, opening the shoulder blades, reaching each vertebrae towards the sky, and really intentionally pushing against your shoulders, still pushing into the mat, feeling that connection with the earth. And then inhale, finding our cow pose. Again, your heart comes up, your gaze comes up, your chin comes up, your hip pockets come up, and everything else just falls to the earth. And exhale back to cat. And rounding out the back, really feel the bones in your back, in your spine, as they reach out and open the space between each vertebrae. And again, inhale up. And exhale round. Let's do 2 more of these. And rounding, just letting your head hang heavy, letting your chin tuck to your chest. And last one, inhale the cow. And exhale to cat. Very nice. Inhale to your neutral position, tucking your toes, tucking your chin. Exhale, pushing into your fingers and your feet and finding that down dog by lifting your hips. Nice and gentle, not rushing this. First down dog of the day is always a little creaky. Bones like to groan a little bit. Maybe pedal your feet, whatever feels good for you, putting the weight into one foot and then trying the other one. Maybe shifting those hips side to side like we were doing in tabletop a moment ago. I like to even come up on the balls of my feet, come up on my toes, and then lift my hips, even pushing back into that posture, seeing my chest come closer to the mat. And then I like to just reach my heels back towards the bottom of the mat, reaching them down, opening up the backs of the legs in a different way. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake it, yes. Shake it, no. End on a nice positive nod, yes. Just taking the tension out of your neck. We want to make sure we have a lot of space between our shoulders and our ears. We don't want to be real scrunched up like this, like we're pushing so hard into them that we're nice and tense. Instead, create a ton of space between your shoulders and your ears. Your gaze can be through your knees or even up at your belly button. Again, your heels are reaching for the mat. Your hips are reaching for the sky. Your arms are reaching towards the front of the mat. The crown of your head is reaching for your hands. And your heart is reaching to connect to the earth. We think of down dog as a resting pose, and it is a great place to catch your breath, but it's also a very engaged pose. Without actually moving anything, can you isometrically slide your hands and your feet closer together, just feeling the triceps, the biceps, the shoulders, the back, your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, even stretching the bottom of your feet. Everything is engaged. And then bring your focus back to your breathing. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Can you push a little deeper into your hands, a little deeper into your feet? Can you drop your chest just a centimeter lower? Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths here. Last one. And on your inhale, soften your knees, bring your gaze back up to your hands. And then on your exhale, we're going to slowly walk our feet to our hands and through, coming back to our seated position. Again, you can be in lotus, you can be in crisscross, you can have your legs out in front, whatever feels best for you. You do what your body is craving and needing this morning. Let's bring our arms up nice and tall. Maybe even reach from one side to the other, just feeling that body open up a little more. Let's scrunch those shoulders up just so we can feel them float down and relax. Let's exhale the arms behind us, maybe clasping hands, and then just stretch on your inhale. Again, opening the chest just a little bit. Exhale, let's shake that out. And inhale, arms up. This time bringing the palms all the way together. Gaze is on your thumbs. And then exhale those thumbs down to your forehead, where we think thoughts of love for ourselves as well as for others. And then taking them down to our lips, where we speak words of love for ourselves and for others. And then finally down to our heart center, where we feel love for ourselves and for others. Thank you so much for starting September with me and for doing this challenge. I look forward to a great month. Namaste.